Now your sports update. Sports update. Powered by Mercury Insurance.
Hey, it's Kyle Madson with your top stories on Sports 1140. The Raiders played the Browns yesterday and beat them 45-42 thanks to 21 fourth-quarter points that forced overtime. And then kicker Matthew McCrane kicked a game-winning field goal in the final 2 minutes of overtime to move Oakland to 1-3 on the season. The 49ers couldn't put their game away. They lost 29-27. After leading 14-0, San Francisco is also 1-3 on the year. And the MLB regular season isn't done yet. That's right, 2 Game 163s tonight in the NL Central and the NL West. Both of those divisions need one more game to decide their divisions because 162 just wasn't enough. The Cubs and Brewers will play later this morning in Chicago. The Dodgers and Rockies are playing this afternoon in Los Angeles. Winners take their divisions while the losers will meet up in the wild card game.
Rise and shine, sleepyhead.
I'm not letting you go to work today.
Wait, what?
Everybody, listen up.
Welcome to The Drive.
Morning.
You're gonna talk.
Get on the phone at 339-1140.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Jump in on our text line at 441140.
Everyone is talking about it. You must know that.
The Drive starts now.
Grant Napear will join us from Phoenix here in a second. You know, I got a whim during a break ago. Because as far as I know, there's no TV tonight for the Kings-Suns game. You can hear it right here on the Sporty 1140, the sweet sounds of Gary Gerald. So I thought, you know what? I wonder what it would cost to just go down there, watch the game, and come back. Like, what would flights be? Never checked same-day flights before. Just curious. Dude, no, you can hold off.
Our research team's on.
No, I found out. It would cost me round trip on Southwest the better part of $800. $760 before tax round trip. That doesn't count ride to the game. That doesn't count tickets. That's generally a $100 each way, you know, give or take $20-$30.
Although ride to the game, your Uber from the airport to what is it?
Talking Stick?
Talking Stick
Yeah.
Resort
Yeah.
Arena.
Yeah.
That's probably you're probably looking at like a $12 Uber.
More.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got the airport.
It was $25 to get from my apartment to the airport in Phoenix, and I lived way further away than the arena
That's
is from
cheap?
the airport.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Because I know where the airport is there, and then you got to go downtown.
Yeah, but you're like one exit off. Like it's not
Right.
It's not far.
And you got tickets, food.
Because you're going out to that barbecue joint.
You're you're damn right I am. But you're basically spending $1,000 to go see it's just stupid.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's too much.
You'd think they'd give away like last minute tickets for $50. Right. Fill the seat.
Tell Grant to get you a credential.
I could probably get a credential, yeah, but I'm still out the rest of the money. All right, Grant's ready. But we will continue to. I heard a rumor there's something like they might be streaming it somewhere. I don't know. I don't think there's any TV tonight. Hey, Tim, go ahead. What's up, buddy?
Hi, Dave. Good morning.
Good morning.
I wanted to just answer your question about what if it's bad to tweet out that not to get too excited that they're going to blow the game.
Yes.
And I want to tell you that is wrong, Dave. You can't do that. Little Dave is out there listening to your tweets, and he's going to get all the wins taken out of his sails. Your positive energy has to carry that team to the win. Although little Timmy hates the 49ers, and he was kind of happy that you did do that.
Tim, your point is valid, and this is just a clash of philosophies. But let me add, here's an example. Let's say are you on your way to work right now?
I am.
Okay, so let's say you got into work. May I ask what you do for a living, Tim?
I sell insurance.
Oh,
How you doing? You got any family protection, Dave, I could help you out with?
Yeah, Ned Ryerson. We'll get to that in a second. So let's say you get to work, and let's say your boss says, Tim, welcome in. I got some bad news for you. We're having layoffs today. We got to let you go. And he lets the joke last about a minute while you kind of freak out. And then he goes, just kidding. You're not fired. Well, going into today, You were just looking at another Monday at work, but from there on out, because your hopes were so crushed, that now your normal day of work is one of the best days of work ever because you had something taken away and given back. I believe it's all about mental pessimism and preparing yourself for the worst that makes the betters bestest.
I hear your argument, Dave, and I will counter with the positive energy you must push forth to the universe to get your team on the other side of that 2 points is more important.
All right, I'll meditate on it. Positive energy.
Don't meditate on that.
That's what my next guest is all about. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Joining us right now, lifelong New York Giants fan, lifelong New York Yankees fan, and it seems like lifelong play-by-play voice of the Sacramento Kings, at least in my lifetime. The one, the only, preparing for the next 8, 9, perhaps 10 months. Okay, let's be honest, 8 months of his life to be extremely, extremely busy. Live from Phoenix, Arizona, the one, the only, host of the Grant and Doug Show, 3 to 7 p.m. on KHTK. Grant Napear. Hello, buddy.
More than half my life now. Can you believe that?
Dude, I saw a picture of you. This floats around every once in a while, but I saw I saw a picture of you like a week ago, and it was the one where you were wearing basically a thong while playing with John McEnroe.
I'm sorry, what?
Dude, super short shorts.
Yeah, and Andre Agassi, and I had to look like John out there. I mean, John had the short shorts, and I'm not going to go out there and be with John McEnroe and Andre Agassi and not look the part. You know what I mean?
What were you, 30?
Gosh, I probably. Probably, yeah.
So that means you were over a decade younger than me now, and you were calling the games and playing tennis with Agassi and McEnroe. That's pretty awesome for you and pretty depressing for me, to be honest with you.
Very depressing for you, absolutely. So, I always tell people, I have the, and I really mean this. You know how much I love my job.
Yes.
I have the greatest job in the world. But when people talk to me about what I do, and then they go, "How long have you been doing it?" And I said, "Well, I'm starting my 31st year." And they go, "Wow!" And I go, "Yeah, I lead the league in losses." But someone's got to lead the league in losses, right?
Hey, that's the positive spin we were talking about. That's good.
Yes.
Dave's going to work on that.
I don't control the wins and losses.
No.
I just announce the games, and someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. And I just happen to have been working for a team, with the exception of that great run in the early 2000s, that has not had a lot of playoff success.
Well, if you want a positive for today, although the negative is that Zach Lowe, the esteemed NBA writer, has put the Kings last on his league pass coverage. He did say, and I quote, "Grant Napear is honest and funny on play-by-play." That's a fine compliment
Zach
for you.
Lowe's a big fan.
Well, what's nice is most of the stories that he wrote, the little capsules for each team, that he doesn't even mention the announcers.
Right. It's not the first time he's mentioned you guys.
No, he's been very great to us.
Very good.
Zach has been very, very complimentary to me and Jerry over the years, and we appreciate that.
I want to tell you a quick story before we get into the Kings. Missed you last night. I had an opportunity. Some very nice people allowed me to slum along with them.
Yeah.
And I went to the Tower Bridge Farm to Fork dinner thing.
I did that a couple of years ago with my wife.
Very, very Sacramento-y thing. Absolutely impressive. Beautiful evening.
Very impressive. My problem, though, if I can just interject something, I was there once, and we had a great time.
Yes.
Okay, it was a beautiful setting and everything.
Yes.
But they did not like when a guy pulled up on his bicycle with a to-go pizza and put it in front of me, because I had ordered a pizza because there was nothing there that I could eat, and so I have not been invited back.
I'm so with you. We're so trashy, and I don't apologize for it. Grant, I've got the menu in front of me. Amongst other things, blistered peppers, sesame seed gremolata. They had the meat courses were sturgeon, duck, and lamb. And I didn't understand. My wife handed me a gray-colored chip at some point, and I said, "What the hell is this?" She said, "It's good. Just dip it in the sauce." Well, as I was trying to swallow it, I realized that it was a chip or what they call a chicharron made out of sturgeon skin, and I had dipped it in a mixture of sturgeon, caviar, and sour cream.
Yeah. Can't do it.
Dude, right?
I can't do it. I absolutely could not do it. Like, I sat there, and I had a great time because we were with a good table,
Me
and
too.
the people I was with were great, and we socialized. But But my wife and I kept on looking at each other like we were the only ones at the table that I think had clean plates at the end of the whole thing. I don't even know, and then, when the guy on his bike comes up weaving his way through the tables and goes, is Grant Napear here? I'm looking for Napear. He's got a box on pizza, and the people, what do you know? You got the wrong area. No, Grant Napear. I'm looking for Napear, the Napear. So,
Dude, that's the thing. We need to do a festival. And again, neither of us, we're so proud of that festival. It's so great for Sacramento. It's such an amazing time. But we need to have a second one for lamos like you and me. That's like, here's your steak course, your hamburger course, a chicken.
Yep.
Maybe
absolutely. Yeah, that's just, and again, the Farm to Fork, it's a great annual event for Sacramento, and the way they do it on the Tower Bridge is absolutely phenomenal, but it's just way over my head in terms of from the culinary aspect.
Best part of the night, and you know my wife, and she is not as crazy as your wife when it comes to fitness, but my wife's at the gym 4 times a week. She looks, you know this, you know Melissa. She was wearing a sundress yesterday.
Yeah,
and we had brought back from our Mexico trip, beautiful dress. And while I was off somewhere, one of our dear friends, an older gentleman, great guy, we love him to death. Apparently, he reached over and he touched her belly. And he said, "I did not know the two of you. I did not know the two of you were expecting." No. Dude, it was
wow. Let me tell you something. If I did something like that and then I realized that was not the case, I would have just climbed up on the railing of the bridge and jumped right into the river and just floated away.
He was, and I'm leaving names out of it. He was so. For a couple things I got to stress. Number one,
come on, man. Seriously?
This is the number one, nicest guy in the world. Number two, love him to death. We've traveled with these guys before. They're really good friends. I feel like he was near tears talking to me, and I was so over apologetic. He said, "I've never done that in my life. I don't know what I was thinking." And Melissa was laughing about it because she knew that the dress is kind of poofy at the waist, and it's not her. And it was fine. He was the only one upset about it. But I'm telling you, as much as my wife has been playing it off and laughing about it, by the end of the week, I will be eating chicken breast and quinoa magically for 5 days in a row because that's what's going to be on the menu for the rest. Because you know how that goes.
That is just unbelievable. Like, I cannot believe that is. Like, I have no word. Honestly, I'm not kidding you. If I had done something like that, I really would have just climbed up over the railing, jumped into the river, and said, "See ya, I'm out of here."
There's no coming back from that.
No.
What's that?
There's no coming back from that. No.
There's no coming back.
No. That's just unbelievable. Wow.
Grant Napear live from Phoenix. All right, speaking of getting up on a rail and jumping off the Tower Bridge, we want to keep Kings fans on the bridge all year long. I'm not going to put words in your mouth, Grant. To me, my expectations are so low this year. I couldn't care less about wins, and I know that people hate hearing that. I do care about minutes. I care about production, and I care about these youngsters developing. Is that to you about the right way to think about this season, or do you have a different tack?
I have somewhat of you and I are somewhat similar in that, to me, in a nutshell, I think I speak for you and all the other fans. I mean, I am tired of, when I mean tired, it's frustrating getting ready to start a season and people like you and to a degree me last year say this season's not about wins.
Yeah.
You know, at some point that narrative has to change. But I understand where you're going from. I mentioned this with Doug the other day on my show. If we get to April and we are not absolutely clamoring over the season that the Aaron Fox, Harry Giles, and I can list 4 or 5 other players. If we are not like going, oh my gosh, look how good these guys are going to be, there's no doubt about it, then to me it's going to be a failure of a season because I don't know how you feel, but this team is only going to go as far as De'Aaron Fox takes them because he's the quarterback of the team, and I think he has a chance to be a star in this league. I know he's had a phenomenal week at training camp, and they are just like they love what they see in him. But if we get to April and we're not saying that about De'Aaron Fox, then I'm not really sure how this team is going to leapfrog into the playoffs because I really believe this. I really believe after this season, the Kings need to be knocking on the doorstep of the playoffs. That's where they need to be at the end of the season. They need to be right there so that, okay, well, we need one move in this offseason. I'm looking at a projection from a guy like De'Aaron going second year to third year, Harry, Will, whoever else you want to put in that category. To me, that's what this season has to happen that way.
Grant Napear with us from Phoenix, Arizona, the site of tonight's Kings-Suns game, preseason game 1, right here on Sports 1140 KHTK at 7 p.m. Grant, so many key questions going into this year. One I want to run by you is Coach Dave Yeager, and I make no bones about it. I am in his fan club, and I'm mainly in his fan club. A, I like the guy. B, looking at his body of work before he came here, but I don't know that we've actually seen Coach Dave Yeager, who he really is yet because of circumstances surrounding him. The Cousins trade was huge. All the rookies coming in, that's huge. How do we, at the end of the year, because I think there's a lot of thoughts that his job and a lot of jobs may be on the line this year. I'm not going to ask you to be Vlade, but I am going to ask you to be Vlade. If you're the GM of this team, how do you grade him at the end of the year, and what is a successful season for Dave Yeager?
Well, his job is to mold these young players, and that's what he has been hired to do. And I can tell you, after being at practice this week and watching the team, they are stepping on the gas pedal, and they are going, full bore up tempo. And the athletes on this team, and his job is to coach the young players with his staff, mold them. I don't know if there's a number that Vlade and the organization is putting onto it. Sure. I think it's just something that you're going to know with your eyes. You're going to watch this team, and you're going to know when we get to the spring whether this team is ascending clearly without any ifs, ands, or buts about it going in the right direction, or are they not? And I think that's how Dave Yeager and his staff is going to get evaluated. I mean, listen, we'd be crazy to sit here in this conference. I mean, let's take the Kings out of the equation right now. Let's in the Western Conference. Name me one team in the West that you think stinks.
That right? I think stinks?
Yeah, that's not good.
Maybe Phoenix.
Any team, what's that?
Maybe Phoenix.
Okay. Maybe Phoenix. Right. And you said maybe, okay? So, all right, so let's just, be realistic about this. You're in a absolutely brutal conference.
Yes.
Okay? I mean, look at the non-playoff teams last year. And look at what they did in the off season.
Yep.
There's always going to be a team that you think is going to be good that's not because of injuries, but we don't know that right now. But there are no, I don't want to say nights off because the Kings never have a night off, but you know what I'm saying. There are no, easy games in the West. So you have to take that into consideration. But I really believe this. I think that, it's call it the eyeball test, call it whatever you want. Dave, you've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this a long time. We're going to know when we get to March and April whether this team is clearly ascending and moving in the direction that is longevity for the coaching staff, the front office, everybody. I really believe that we'll know. I mean, and it's not going to be, they won this number of games and they lost it. It's going to be more than that. It's going to be okay, this is finally coming together. This really looks like a team. They're all growing together. Marvin Bagley looks like he's going to be the real deal. Harry's as good as advertised. Look at Justin Jackson in the second year. De'Aaron looks like he can be a star. That, to me, is what it's going to boil down to.
Grant Napear in Phoenix joining us, and your point is well taken. The Nuggets, the Lakers, the Mavericks, the Grizzlies all missed the playoffs last year. That doesn't count, obviously, the top 8. Memphis is obviously healthier, and they ride on Mike Conley. I'm not even mentioning the Clippers or the Suns. I'm going into the season, honestly, Grant, my expectations are they're the second worst team in the NBA behind Atlanta. And as you said, if we get to the end of the year and you're right, I'm looking at, okay, I see something in Giles. I see something in Bagley. Fox made the leap. Bogdan is Bogdan. I'm not happy, but I'm, I guess, as content as I could be with this season.
Yeah, I don't know if they're the second worst team in the league, but I mean, it really doesn't matter how you classify them. They're near the bottom. I mean, I think we can safely say that. So, I will tell you, and I think I say this with everyone listening that pretty much has the same thought. This ride, the records, call it whatever you want, that it really needs to change real soon. In other words, it's been way too long. And okay, the DeMarcus Cousins trade was a changing of the philosophy for this franchise, and they decided that they were going to hit the reset button, and they hit the reset button. Okay, well, that was now a season and a half ago. So after this season, that's 2.5 full seasons of hitting the reset button, and 2.5 seasons of hitting the reset button. You need to be real close to being a playoff team. That's how I look at this. I mean, call me crazy, call me delusional. You can call me whatever you want. But again, after 82 games this year, we need to go into the offseason going, okay, I could realistically, honestly see the Kings as a playoff team next season. That means 2019-20. And that's where this team needs to be. And if they're not, then this process was done incorrectly. If not, then something is really wrong. And then I don't know what the answers are. But at the end of this season, we need to go into the offseason realistically saying, wow, the Kings could be a playoff team the following year. Don't you think?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think there's a lot of fans listening going, God, and it's there is nuance. There's nuance, and there's things that need to be taken into account. But there are fans out there that say, hey, I'm done with 25 win years, and
right.
We're always 2 years away from being 2 years away. I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. I listen. I completely get it. You and I talk to the fans every day, and we are out in public, and I do the games, and I'm at the home games, and I talk to fans before the game and after the game, and I totally get it. But I would also say, because I think this does need to be stated, I am sensing a great deal of excitement and optimism with the fans, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on the flagship station of the Kings, and I do the games on TV. I really do sense that there are a lot of fans out there that are very excited with the players. We haven't even mentioned Buddy Hield, who I think is going to have a tremendous year.
Agreed.
Bogdan, to me, is maybe the Kings' still second best player. He's going to be back in a couple of weeks. And I'll tell you a guy that I'm really, really pumped seeing this year, who I just think has been amazing in practice this week, and that's Justin Jackson, who, let's face it, had a very, very turbulent rookie season. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do this year because he's part of this nucleus as well. So, again, we can talk all we want. The guys can come on and talk all they want, but we need to see it on the court. This team really, truly needs to gel into something this year.
I'll go one step further, and I've been very public about the fact that I'm perfectly happy with him as a human being and as a person, and I mean no disrespect, but I've never been happy with Willie Cauley-Stein. I've never been happy with his potential and him realizing that potential. But I have as much confidence as I can without it being 100% that Willie Cauley-Stein is going to have a very good year, if for no other reason, because he is very focused on the fact that he is in a contract year, that means something to him, and we saw him make a little mini leap last year. I don't think we're talking about Willie Cauley-Stein enough. For what it's worth, I think he's going to have his best year of his career this year.
Well, I would agree with you. He should have the best year of his career also because he's now, 1 year older, 1 year more experienced. And as you said, most of the guys that are in this league play because they love the game, but they also play because it's their livelihood and it's their business. And, this is Willie's, as he said it last week. I mean, we heard what he said. He's playing to get paid, and maybe that didn't come across very well, but let's face it, most of these guys are playing to get paid. So I'm with you. I think Willie is going to have a tremendous year, and if not, he won't be on the team next year. So, I mean, it's really quite simple. He has to play well for himself and for his longevity in Sacramento, and if it doesn't work out here, then I'm sure there's another one of the 29 teams that will pick him up, but I'm with you 100% as it pertains to Willie Cauley-Stein.
Last thing for you before we get out, and we appreciate your time from Phoenix here. I feel like there are four huge, when it comes to the fan base, things they're going to be focusing on this year other than wins and losses. And a couple of them are controllable, a couple of them are not. Obviously, what is Marvin Bagley doing? And what Marvin Bagley is doing, and I know you hate this, what Marvin Bagley is doing in direct relation to what Luka Doncic is doing in Dallas, what Harry Giles is doing, and whether or not Vlade is justified for stashing that pick. And then also at the end of the year, the odds are, let's be honest, not making the playoffs, probably a 20-something win team, and also watching that pick go to another team. These are going to be, to me, the four corners, the big peripherals this fan base is going to be watching.
I think you're wrong on the first one, and I think that yes, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I know we're running out of time.
That's fine. We'll go on.
Okay. When I talk to coaches for the Kings privately, and I talk to them, I know when they're BSing me, and I know when they're being real legit. Okay. The things that I hear about Marvin Bagley are like, wow. Okay. Like every single coach that I've talked to privately just says this guy's going to be really, really good. All right, that's number one.
Heard the same thing,
Number
just to
two,
back you up,
Luke,
but not that you needed it. But I heard the same thing privately with these guys, and I don't have the access you do. But every time I've talked to these guys off record, their eyes get huge, and they say, "You're not going to believe this kid." That's a fact.
Okay, all right. Luka Doncic should, in all likelihood, win the Rookie of the Year because he is coming into the NBA with the most experience at the highest level, better than Division I college basketball. So he should be right up there for the Rookie of the Year. I go back to the Tyreke Evans year. Tyreke Evans was Rookie of the Year in a draft that had James Harden, Blake Griffin was hurt, Steph Curry, and I can stop right there, okay? If you go back and look at that draft again, Tyreek still has had a very nice career, but you wouldn't put him ahead of Blake Griffin. No. You wouldn't put him ahead of James Harden. You sure as hell wouldn't put him ahead of Steph Curry. We need to be really, really careful. And I know you're a huge Luka guy, and I have no problem with that. But to compare a Marvin Bagley against Luka Doncic game by game, you know, for someone that's played professional basketball for a couple of years, and as compared to one guy that's had 1 year of college basketball, I don't really care if Luka Doncic is Rookie of the Year. Here's what I care about. 3 years from now, okay, 3 seasons from now, Marvin Bagley needs to be a very good NBA player, period. I don't care about what Luka Doncic does. Marvin Bagley, 3 years from now, needs to be a very good NBA player. And if he is, I'll have no problem with the pick. If he's not, well, then the people that made the pick in the front office won't be here, so it will be irrelevant. But that's what needs to happen.
I guess it's easy to get mixed up with the longevity of the front office and the coach, and if we end up having a Sam Hinkie type situation where your point's valid, Marvin Bagley should be a freshman at Duke this year. That's how it was supposed to go until the last minute last year. And there's a lot of patience and impatience that we're seeing, whether or not we're going to be in a situation where 4 years from now, whoever the new GM is, we're looking back and going, wow, Vlade was right. Just like they're doing in Philly with Sam Hinkie. I think it's incredibly interesting to see how everything goes over the next few months.
I can't see Marvin Bagley not turning out to be a very good NBA player. Now, I don't say that about a lot of guys, but just his work ethic. He's a gym rat, and just my private conversations with the guys that have been with him, you know, this summer and working out in training camp, they're either – I just can't imagine them all being wrong. Does that make sense? You know, generally when you talk to coaches, even they're on the same staff, they'll have completely different of opinions on a certain player. And, like, I'll tell you right now, I'm not even going to mention names. The staff was divided on Papagiannis.
Sure.
I spoke to some coaches that thought he was going to be a good NBA player, and others said, nope, he'll be out of the league in 2 years and blah, blah, blah. So, but I don't get that with Marvin Bagley. When I talk to these guys privately, and I have great relationships with them, I mean, obviously they trust me. We travel together. We live together. I have not heard one, I'm not kidding you, I have not heard one negative thing about Marvin Bagley from anyone that I've talked to. Like, they think this guy is going to be really, really good, that they have a special franchise-type player in their training facility.
That's Grant Napear, live from Phoenix, Arizona, the site of tonight's first preseason game, 7 o'clock, right here on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Hey, Grant, how's that A's-Yankees game going to go?
I'll let you know. You want me to send you some pictures from the game? Or do you want, how do you want to handle that?
That's just uncalled for. It's just rude and mean.
Hey, I'm on the red eye to New York tonight. Here's the deal. The A's have nothing to lose. They are loosey-goosey. They're playing in a ballpark where the ball can fly out of the ballpark. I would be surprised if the Yankees don't start Happ. I think he is their best pitcher right now. But people say they don't like this. I love this. One game to go on, a 9-inning game. And here's the thing that I would get concerned from the A's. If they're going to go with their bullpen philosophy, that's fine and dandy, but they could be in a lot of trouble if the game is tied after 9 innings.
This is why definitely. Grant Napear is a cyborg. You mind if I share the rest of your itinerary?
No, go ahead.
So Grant is doing the game tonight, he'll be at the game tonight, as he said, red-eyeing to New York for that game, going back to L.A. For the other game, and then coming up here. So he's not even home for like another week. He's going to be in 3 different cities, not counting Sacramento. Not missing
Don't forget about Seattle.
Seattle, I'm sorry, be up in Seattle. Not missing a show, doing his radio shows, and his entire luggage consisted of a carry-on bag. And think about that. A carry-on bag, and he's gone for a week. And it's not like he's wearing the same tank top and flip-flops.
No, I'm not wearing this. Well, will not be wearing anything, no duplicate outfits for the whole week.
That's not even possible. It's like Mary Poppins, dude. You have like this endless. I would have 2 full-size pieces of luggage that I would check, plus carry-on, plus a backpack for a 4-day trip.
Short shorts take up less room in the suitcase, though.
I guess
that's right. Kyle?
Yeah.
Who's playing Boston, Kyle?
I think the Yankees are. I think the A's inability to get people out in that stadium is going to be a little bit of a problem. And I like the Yankees bullpen too. It doesn't get talked about enough. If they can get a starter through 5, the back end of that bullpen is dynamite. So no, I think the Yankees win a close one. Yeah,
it's going to be great. I can't wait to get there. It's going to be fun, that's for sure. And I would tell you, as a diehard religious Yankees fan, I'm not giving the A's a 50% chance. I'm going to give them about a 45%. I got to give the edge to the Yankees for being at home, just that atmosphere, and having the last at-bat, I think, is really important in an elimination game. But I give the A's a real legitimate chance to win this game. They've shown it all year. Why would you not?
And that game, speaking of being shown all year, will be right here on Sports 1140 KHTK this coming Wednesday. Safe travels, buddy. Thank you for the time. Enjoy yourself tonight.
All right. And we didn't even talk about the desserts that were served last night on the Tower Bridge. We'll have to do that next time, okay?
It was a fun event, and we had such a great time, Grant.
It is the best. It's awesome.
It was great.
You be good, guys.
All right,
have a great day.
Bye. Grant Napear joining us. We are insanely late for a break. When we come back, we got to go around the NFL. We got a lot of notes to pick up. And then also, we're giving away a television. You guys have been entering for weeks now. We're giving away a big old TV for you thanks to our good friends at the Home Theater Company. We will do that next right here on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Food and music are about to collide with Downtown Showdown, featuring performances from 80s icon Sheila E., ex-ambassadors, and country star Chris Jensen. We're taking over Capitol Mall with 3 blocks of food trucks, interactive vendors, games, and great music. It's Downtown Chowdown, Saturday, October 20th from 11 to 5 at Capitol Mall. Tickets are just $20. Get more information at KHTK.com.
Carmichael Dave here for my good friends over at Fire Wings. Check out the commitment Kyle has to Fire Wings. It's amazing. He's going to Fire Wings on Wednesday and then taking them in an insulated cooler all the way to his hometown in the Bay Area so he and his family can enjoy yummy, tasty, scrumptious Fire Wings while watching the A's and the Yankees. Whether it's breaded Malaysian curry, whether it's mango habanero, dragon wings, original, buffalo, lemon pepper, salt and pepper. 21 different flavors to choose from. And coming soon, antelope. Yes, that's right, antelope. Oh, man, I'm going to be spending a lot of money over there. Go to firewings.com. Find the location nearest you. Fire Wings! Just wing it.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, brought to you by Cremo. Try Cremo beard products and beard boldly. Talk about brutal and embarrassing. How about the American debacle at the Ryder Cup in France this weekend? Team USA boasted 6 of the world's top 10 players, with 10 of the dozen Americans in the top 20. By contrast, the European roster included only 3 top 10 and 7 top 20 golfers. However, the final outcome was likely decided by the captain's picks. Thomas Bjorn's quartet went 9-4-1, while Jim Furyk's foursome of Bryson DeChambeau, Tony Finau, Phil Mickelson, and Tiger Woods won a combined 2-10. Obviously, there's a sour taste in our mouth to come over here now for 25 years and not be able to win on foreign soil, Furyk said. Guess what, Captain? There is a sour taste in the mouths of American golf fans from watching our guys get outcoached and severely outplayed. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Guys, did you know the hair on your face requires different care than the hair on your head? Facial hair requires a specialized grooming regimen. Cremo Beard Products answers the unique requirements of beards no matter the length. So whether your beard is short and scruffy or long and glorious, it will always look and feel its best with Cremo Beard Products. Beards have needs. Try Cremo Beard Products and beard boldly. Available at Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, Kroger, and on Amazon.
You know what's not smart? The way hiring used to be. Job sites that overwhelm you with tons of the wrong resumes. Now there's a smarter way at ZipRecruiter.com/go. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the right people for you and actively invites them to apply. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is rated #1 by employers in the U.S. based on hiring sites rated by Trustpilot with over 1,000 reviews. And right now, my listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/go. That's ZipRecruiter.com/go.
Do you have a job? Do you bring home $450 per week? Do you want a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty included on your next new car? Elk Grove Kia is the only area dealer that includes a 20-year, 200,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on all new Kias. That's right, included. A 20-year, 200,000-mile limited warranty on all new Kias. So why buy your new Kia anywhere else? Are you worried about your credit? Elk Grove Kia is pre-qualifying customers without needing their social security numbers. Log on to elkgrovekia.com. Just enter your name and address and get your buying power, actual payment, and interest rate instantly without affecting your current credit score.
We want to see ya. Come on in the Elk Grove Kia.
Instant buying power, interest rate, payment, and 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty included on all new Kias. Only at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovekia.com.
On approved credit, warranty excludes leases, rideshare, and commercial vehicles. See dealer for warranty details. Expires 10/31/18.
Retired? You probably have more risk in your portfolio than you've been told. A financial crisis could bring 40% losses. What would you do then? Listen to 50 Shades of Money every Saturday at 8 a.m. and get the answers from Peak Financial.
Rayleigh's in Bel Air has this look at your Sacramento weather. Going to be mostly cloudy today, even a slight chance of a shower later this afternoon. At Rayleigh's in Bel Air, get untrimmed tri-tip roast in the bag for just $2.97 a pound. And get yellow or white peaches and nectarines for only $1.97 a pound. At Rayleigh's in Bel Air. However you eat, this is how you save.
Now your sports update. Sports update. Powered by Mercury Insurance.
Hey, it's Kyle Madson with your top stories on Sports 1140. The Raiders beat the Browns yesterday 45-42 on a game-winning field goal from Matthew McCrane in the final 2 minutes of overtime. Oakland gets their first win. They're 1-3 on the season. The 49ers couldn't put their game away after going ahead 14-0. They eventually fell to the Chargers in Los Angeles, 29-27. San Francisco is also 1-3 on the year, and we have 2 game 163s in the MLB tonight. The NL Central and NL West both need the NL Central and NL West both needed additional games to decide who will win those divisions. The Cubs and Brewers play later on this morning, while the Dodgers and Rockies will square off down in Los Angeles. I'm really glad I got through that.
It's the last update of the day. Do you need a reliever?
No.
We've got people up in the pen.
Yeah, please.
All right, let me make a call down there. All right, get some water or something. We'll be right back. Now, because I'm about to talk. You just have to hit the button. Had a bang.
Here we go. The drive continues now.
Poor Kyle. What a tough day. The A's are in the playoffs. Got playoff extra baseball today. We're about to give away a 40-inch Samsung LED HD TV. Go along with a Samsung Blu-ray player, all courtesy of the Home Theater Company. We're also going to get to football here in a second, including whatever the hell Frank Reich was doing in the Colts game yesterday. I've never seen anything like that. And also mayhem under center in Tampa Bay. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jameis Winston both played yesterday. Guys, a lot of questions. And for those of you who are 3-hour listeners, I apologize for continuing to address this, but a lot of people come in and out of the show. A lot of questions we've been covering all morning. Kings fans want to know where they can watch tonight's preseason game. I'll say it again. As far as we know, I've been looking and talking to people. There's no coverage television-wise. You will be able to hear it right here on the Sporty 1140. All right. So we're going to give away this TV. We've got our finalists on the line. All of them.
Full phone lines.
Full phone lines filled with finalists. And we got to pick one. So I'm actually, and I know they can all hear me right now, I'm just going to go randomly through, and I'm going to ask each of them.
Start at number, hang on, how many? 3. The Raiders won by 3.
3. All right, I'm going to ask them all a trivia question. And, fairly easy trivia question. If they get it right, they'll advance. They will advance to the next round. All right, you ready, Kyle? I have them all written down and submitted. So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Who is this? I believe this is line 3. This is Jen. Hello, Jen.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Could you use a new television?
Heck yes.
Where would you put it?
I don't know.
Yeah?
I have some old ones. I'll replace one of them.
Okay. Sports fan. Can we be watching sports on that? Maybe some video games. I don't know.
I've been major golf mom right now, so I'm hoping I might be rusty on the trivia.
Oh, well, let me give you an easy one, and as always, you'll have 10 seconds to answer.
Okay.
Let's see. Are you? What is your favorite?
Can we up the intensity here and have a clock ticking sound?
What is your favorite? What's your favorite sport?
I would say baseball.
Baseball.
Really good answer.
Or
baseball. Okay. Giants or A's fan?
A's.
A's. We're another 2 for 2.
A's fan. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to give you actually a Giants question. Just for that. It's all right. I'll give her an easy one. Who hit the 10,000th home run in San Francisco Giants history?
Easy one.
Yeah, that one's pretty easy. All right.
Is that easy?
Yeah. 10 seconds.
For Monday morning? Are you sure?
For a Monday morning.
Jen, I'm assuming that's not on the tip of your tongue.
No.
Okay, well, listen.
Nowhere in my brain power.
All right, so listen, before we let you go, I want to tell you. I'm going to tell you one thing because I want to make you try to at least feel a little bit better.
Thank you.
She didn't even get to guess?
You know what? If you want it, she can take a wild guess, but here's bottom.
I think that would be embarrassing.
That's fine. Yeah, and I don't want to embarrass her. Let's part on a good note, and I'll tell you this.
Okay.
Let's do number 4 next.
We didn't have any other finalists.
What?
We're just having fun. You've won. Jen, you've won the I just like messing with people, Jen, but I feel like
I feel so much better about myself.
You should, because you got it right. You got it right by not answering, Jen. You've got yourself a Samsung LED HD TV and the Samsung Blu-ray player, all courtesy of the Home Theater Company. I'm going to put you on hold. Kyle will talk to you. Thank you for letting me have my fun.
Do we have a winner sheet somewhere?
Probably not, but just write her.
Okay, cool.
We already have all her info down.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. Congratulations, Jen.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bam. Oh, hold on. I forgot to do hold on. Don't pick it up yet. I forgot to do the radio. Forgot to do the radio tag. Hey, Jen, what sports radio station makes all your television dreams come true?
Sports 1140.
There you go. Now we can clip that, cut it up. I'm doing that. Hey, by the way, guys and girls listening right now who are like, trying to be happy for Jen, but really you're not. Let's be honest. You're not happy for Jen. You're unhappy for yourself. Well, fear not, because this is just in breaking news. We're not done giving away prizes. All qualifiers still have a chance to win a 55-inch television tomorrow morning. And the Home Theater Company has given us a 65-inch TV. Boom. Just text BONUS, BONUS to 441140 for your extra shot at winning. There you go. By the way, in case any of you are wondering, the person who hit the 10,000th home run in San Francisco Giants history is Ernest Riles. Why do I know that? Because the person who hit the 10,001st home run in Giants history is number 22 from Jesuit High School, also Mississippi State, the one, the only, William Nuschler Clark, who I really wish had hit the 10,000th home run. But he didn't. All right, back to the NFL. Hey, Kyle. Don't know if you caught much of the Colts game. Really, who cares? But it's late in the game. And what in the HE double hockey sticks is going on? It's a tie game. And Frank Reich on 4th down decides, I believe it was 4th and 2, decides to go for it. Here's the call.
All right, this is basically the game here. 4th and 4 for the Colts on their own 43-yard line. We're tied at 34 with 27 seconds to go. Luck throws right side, and it is incomplete.
Let me recap that just in case anyone missed that. It was not 4th and 2. It was 4th and 4 on the Colts side of the field.
On the 43.
In a tie game with under 30 seconds left. And Frank Wright decides to go for it. Pass play. Didn't work out. They turned the ball over on downs. And you can probably...
I'm shocked that this is your take.
You can okay, let me finish. You can probably guess what happened next.
34-34, deep in overtime, 3 seconds to go in the extra session. Fairbairn for the win. 37-yard field goal, right hash mark. Weeks with the snap. It's down. Daniel with the hold. Fairbairn's kick is up, and it's good! And the Texans win in overtime!
The Texans got handed a win by Frank Reich. It was a tie game at home.
They were playing for the win.
They were playing for stupid.
No, they're playing to...
4th and 4, you go to overtime. How could you possibly disagree with this?
Was that not...
Excuse me. You allow for the tie. I go to overtime. They were in overtime. Take the tie.
I'm shocked that's your take.
Take the tie.
I am shocked.
When the
flabbergasted.
When the Colts missed the playoffs by a half game, which will probably not happen.
Flabbergasted.
You're at home and you go for it on 4th and 4.
I'm a old school. Gotta be a winner. That's you. That's my Dave impression.
Me. You know what it is? It's not be a loser.
Fact remains, they were still at the 43-yard line after that 4th and 4.
Their own 43.
Right. Understood.
Yes.
So that's a 60-yard field goal, 61-yard field goal if they kick it from there.
Yes.
The Colts have to come up with a defensive stop. He put it on their offense to make a play, said, all right, we're turning it over to our defense to not give up 25 yards on first down.
Turn it over to your defense on the other 20-yard line
yeah, but
with 20-something
then
seconds to go.
And take a tie? No. I like it. Played for the win.
Wow. That is the most avocado take I've ever heard you say.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like that, well, actually, the statistics say that you should play for the tie in that situation because
yes, that's the right take.
You have,
sometimes there's just simply outthinking yourself.
You're a soccer guy. No wonder.
You're a soccer guy.
No wonder. You're like,
damn right I'm a soccer.
Go tie.
I'm a soccer guy.
Play for the tie.
Soccer guy. That's why you need to go to college rules.
Play for the tie all day.
Go to college overtime rules. Well, congratulations, Houston.
I love a good tie.
I love a good tie.
You were rooting hard for a tie.
You know what I love less?
Hey,
a good loss.
Dude, I always root for ties in the NFL because they're such an anomaly. Yeah, we do.
We're right back.
Home Theater Company is giving you another chance to text and win to upgrade your television.
Yes!
Text the word bonus to 441140 to enter. That's the word bonus to 441140, courtesy of Home Theater Company. The Kings are back tonight on Sports 1140 KHTK.
And he makes the triple from North Natomas.
The first preseason game comes your way from Phoenix as the Suns host the Kings. Pre-game at 6:30 on your home of the Kings. Sports 1140 KHTK.
Dr. Jack does whatever a doctor can. He has phaser, high def technology that makes you thinner. Look out. Go get Dr. Jack today.
Nailed it.
Totally. Like, by the way, you thought that was live? That's actually the new jingle he's using. NorCal Lipo, making lives better. I mean, we all gain a little weight from time to time. If you want to get rid of that fat permanently, go see Dr. Jack and Tara and everybody up at NorCal Lipo and let him use that Vaser and Vaser high-def technology to make you look even more fantasticer than you already are. If you're happy with your body, you're happy with your body. Good for you. Stay happy with your body. It's just the people that want the change. Maybe you're somebody who's doing all the stuff you need to do and you just can't figure it out. Or you're somebody like me and say, I don't care. Pass me those Cheetos. They taste good in ice cream. Well, that's where Dr. Jack comes in. He wants you to be healthy. He wants you to be fit, but he's also got a few shortcuts as well. An outpatient procedure. It's cheaper than you think. Give him a call and get yourself a private consultation. Bam. No obligation, no nothing. Let him tell you what he can do. 347-7755. That's 916-347-7755. NorCalIpo.com. That's NorCalLipo.com. Get in there today. You tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Tonight going out is out. Wingstop is up in the flavor of your cruise night in. Tonight the big game is on. The TV show binge beckons. So get lemon pepper, OG hot, mango habanero, or any of Wingstop's legendary flavors. Introducing Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings and your choice of 3 craveable flavors and 3 delicious dips, all for just $15.99. Order yours tonight at wingstop.com. At participating locations, only at Wingstop.
Years of drought, millions of dead trees, extreme winds, and leading scientists say there will be even more dangerous fires in the years ahead. Our weather is changing, and we all need to work together to get ready. Hi, I'm Lisa Velis-Waweru from PG&E. At PG&E, we are accelerating our forest management work in high fire threat areas, removing dead trees and trimming vegetation back 12 feet from power lines. As part of our community wildfire safety program, we are implementing additional safety measures to further reduce wildfire risks, including a 24-hour wildfire safety operations center, new early warning weather stations, and stronger power lines in high fire threat areas. And we want to make sure you know what steps you can take, like cutting back vegetation around your home, having the right emergency plan, and signing up for safety alerts. For more information on how to keep you and your neighborhood safe, visit pge.com/wildfiresafety.
Want a new car but don't want the hassle? Here's a tip. Visit MaidaCars.com for instant access to every new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicle in the Maida family of dealerships. Big Maida savings on over 2,000 vehicles. Easy financing for everyone. Over 7,500 four-star reviews. All in one place. MaidaCars.com. Visit MaidaCars.com to see why everyone is saying,
Made a great deal at Maida.
With a Gold in One Platinum Rewards credit card, you get a low rate and up to 3% cash back on everyday purchases.
3%? Unlike groceries?
Like groceries.
And gas?
You got it.
Okay.
Because as a not-for-profit, Gold in One Credit Union members help each other, getting us all a better deal on just about everything.
All right then. Honey, we're going to dinner.
So apply today. Gold in One Credit Union. We're stronger together. Some restrictions apply. Visit golden1.com for details.
If you need a work truck, you need a dealer who works as hard as you, like Maida Chevy in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, a business elite dealer. Maida Chevy has the commercial vehicle you're looking for. Work-ready Silverados, express vans, commercial loaners, and so much more. All backed by Maida Chevy pros who know your vehicles are your livelihood. Whether you need one vehicle or an entire fleet, Maida Chevy's got you covered. Business elite at Maida Chevy, Sacramento's #1 Chevy dealer for over 10 years. Find new roads.
Sacramento retail sales.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Cache Creek Casino Resort is growing, and we want you to grow your career with us. There are opportunities throughout the resort, including hotel, food and beverage, spa, and much more. For full job listings and benefits, go to jobs.cashcreek.com.
It's the end of the show, but it's the start of your workday. For a cold one, it's What's on Tap. Here's What's on Tap.
You know, I'm flummoxed. I really am. I don't understand this audience sometimes. I'm seeing a lot of, I agree with Kyle, you play to win the game, Herm Edwards stuff. It's hullabaloo-larky.
All right, look. Here's what the Colts are looking at. They are looking at their division. They were 1-2 going into yesterday. They could have come out 1-2-1 and been tied at the bottom of the division, or 1-3-0 and tied at the bottom of the division.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I don't.
Of course, you want to win the game.
I think in that situation, you put yourself in a position to win. On the 4th and 4, you go for it. You say, "Hey, we have this #1 pick quarterback. He's finally healthy. Let's go use him."
What if it was 4th and 4 on their own 20?
What
was 4th and 4 on their own 10?
Then you punt.
Why?
No,
what's the line?
Because
I'm saying what's the yard?
Your defense has a much lesser chance to make a play. They have no chance to make a play. They're going to just kneel on it and then kick a game-winning field goal.
You're giving it up on your own side of the field. You have Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller and DeAndre Hopkins.
43-yard line. I think the 40 is probably a reasonable cutoff.
I'm all for winning games. I'm a huge fan.
They gave their offense
Big
a chance
fan.
to make a play. If their defense makes a play, they still end in a tie. Their offense didn't make a play. Their defense didn't make a play. They went 0-2.
Yeah, and now they have a loss.
I respect that. Yeah.
Now they have a loss instead of a tie. I'm not saying a tie is great. I'm not saying I'm a fan of ties. I am, and this is a fact, more of a fan of a tie than a loss. That's all I'm saying. And Frank Reich basically got them a silver platter, and he put a big W on it, and he walked it over to Bill O'Brien.
Necessarily.
Here.
Not necessarily.
Here you go.
No, it's not. That's not the case.
Did they tie?
No, but they gave their offense and then their defense a chance to make a play, and they didn't. Had they gone for it on their own 10, then they're handing it to them on a silver platter. But the Texans still had to go 24 yards. They still had to make a 37-yard field goal, which, as we've seen in the NFL this year, is not a given.
That defense that had held the Texans to 34 points, by the way.
Yeah, still. Let him go make a play.
All right, Kings Suns
Trust your guys.
Tonight, 7 o'clock, radio right here on Sports 1140 KHTK. We'll have all the coverage of that tomorrow morning. We've got sort of playoff baseball today. One-offs for the Brewers and Cubs at 10 a.m. That's at Wrigley. Rockies and Dodgers at Chavez Latrine at 1 o'clock. Also, a little Monday Night Football for you tonight. Chiefs and Broncos. Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, today is a wonderful, wonderful Monday in sports. And I just went outside. It's about 64 degrees, overcast. Kyle, it's the best freaking time of the year.
It's my favorite.
Our thanks to Grant Napear. Our thanks and congratulations to Jen. Don't forget, text bonus into 441140. Our special thanks to the Home Theater Company. We'll have another bigger TV to give away tomorrow as well.
Oh, snap.
Eunice does a wonderful job behind the scenes. Kyle Madson's analysis way off today. That's okay,
Really
though.
bad.
Really, really, really horrible. Mine was actually worse, though. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Jim Rome is next. Right here on Sports 1140 KHTK. Bye-bye now.